Hello everyone and welcome to this week's episode of the Edmonds Racing Preview Show. Toby's back from Rocky, Trent's here, we're back at the perch. It's been a chilly morning here on the coast, but great to see the sun out. And Tobe, the trip to Rocky, it was certainly worthwhile. The vows broke the maiden.
He did, yeah. Started off good and long trip up actually. It's just a fair drive, so it was worth it, and he won well, drew softly. Robbie put him right in the spot, just behind the speed, and he peeled out and won really good. I know it's only a Rocky race, but he's got a lot of improvement in him. We think we're not sure how far he'll go. We'll let him progress and let him tell us how far he'll go. But he certainly put them away at his second run. He's come a long way from his first trial. We're sort of really concerned about his ability. And since we put the blinkers on him, he jumped out the ground. So that was good. Cutest prize money, he's excellent. The trip up there does him the world of good too. It's real. It toughens them up. It seasons them more, I think. And, they come home, went straight to the farm. They were picking in the paddock on Saturday afternoon for a bit of a bang around and whatever. So they'll recover good out there for a week. And, trip was okay. Then it went pear-shaped pretty quickly after that.
Because he was the first of four runners?
First of four, yeah. We're in race 2, 3 and 4. And, the other horse we thought could win didn't have much luck. The other two, Winery and Medelka was first up, hadn't run for quite a while, and she does get better as she gets into a prep, so she was a little bit soft. Winery ran good. He ran into one that's sort of been placed at Flemington, so a bloke called Frankie Stockdale's up there on a holiday. So I think he had 2 or 3 winners on the day, so he probably had a little bit better class of horse than all of us. But I thought Winery, tried really hard. Robbie tried to hold Ryan Wiggins in on that horse, and it got out late and just beat us. So I thought his effort was pretty sound. Divine Courage was very unlucky. Naughty in the barriers, but then Robbie didn't have much luck in the straight. So whilst we didn't come home with 3 or 4 winners, one was okay, and a second, third and a fourth, the horses all ran well is the main thing.
Okay, and what's next for the vows now?
Look, there's a couple of options. We could head back up there on their carnival day, weekend, sorry. It's a Friday, Saturday meeting, I think it is, so we could head back there for a 12 on another cutest race. There's a couple of options. We haven't sort of locked anything in yet.
I think you like Rocky. You like the trip?
Well, funnily enough, when I was younger, we had a horse called Chapel Dancer this is back in the late 90s, and we travelled all the way up there. We won the Rockhampton Cup, Mackay Cup, Townsville Cup with him. Didn't win the Cairns Cup, run second, then he won the Atherton Cup over 2 seasons. So I've had a bit of success up that way. So it's and they're good people, There's some good clients of ours, Bill and Di Houston. Bill's on the committee there, so we don't mind supporting their carnival. Hopefully get some support back.
There you go. Well, it was good to see him break his maiden in style. And Trent Usmanov, he was a brave third in the Lightning, the race that he won last year.
Yeah, he's been mixing his form, so
He's mixing his form?
Well, he ran good 2 starts ago, now 3 starts ago. Went fair over here over the 900, and then the other day he was quite good. So
you'd have to give him a bit of an excuse on that wet track. That was a very wet track.
Yeah.
He didn't step away like he normally does.
But that's what I mean. He's not been banging out and racing as he has. That's what I'm getting at about it, mixing his form. But it was good to see him run well. The winner, I think, had 5 kilos less. Second horse, a fair amount less as well. But basically, he was giving the whole field 3.5 kilos or more, and he stuck to the task, and he really, attacked the line well. So, life in the old boy's legs yet. What we do with him now, unsure. Ryan was pretty happy with the run. Suggested that 1200, obviously with another year under his belt, another year older, he'd probably get it. So, whether we have another crack, not too sure.
Okay, but spelling now or
no? You've got to keep him going. There's no point.
He's a gelding,
He's a gelding, and he's sort of at that level where he's hard to place. He's not going to get to a Group 1 level or anything. So what do we do with him? Just keep racing.
Fit into an eyeliner, maybe.
It's 1350.
Might not get it.
Maybe not. I don't know. Not sure.
Okay, well, a bit of thinking to do. And
we had to go up the Ramornie last year with him. We backed him up though, didn't we?
He ran in that race, he ran in the Healy, and then he ran in the Ramornie, all in pretty quick succession. Yeah. So, and that was after we tried to spread them out and string them along. I think he led by a fair distance in the Healy, he was in front until sort of 150 out. We really run him along hard and tried to make it a brutal test. And if they, if he knocked up and he got beaten, then so be it. And that's what happened. And then backed up in the Ramornie pretty quick after that, and he went horribly. So plenty of options for him, really. But he'll keep racing and see how we go.
Oh, well, another stakes placing for the old boy. So well done to everyone involved there.
Yeah, it helps the family along a little bit. I think the Chief De Beers has been put into the program somewhere in July, hasn't it?
That might even be an option. It's 11:10 at Doomben, so he hasn't been to Doomben for a fair while either. Be interesting to see how he goes there.
Chief, sounds good.
Yes.
All right, well, let's look into this week's racing. Gold Coast, the tracks, had a bit of sunshine for the last couple of weeks and starting to get into that maybe soft range, do we think, heading into the weekend?
Well, no, it had rain last Friday night and it went back to a heavy 10.
Yes, that's right.
But we haven't had rain all this week.
Though.
Had a pretty good week, even though it's been cold.
It'll still be wintry soft. Don't get it. It won't, but it certainly won't be like it was last Saturday.
Yep.
I must say we're lucky we made the right call taking that horse, because he could have run here the Vowels.
Yep.
And being a heavy 10, obviously we were lucky we went up there. So, but this track will improve somewhat. It'll be
a 7 and hopefully
it'll be a 7,
improve.
probably hopefully improve a little bit. But
Yep.
wouldn't be surprised to see it even come up an 8. Might just get back to that 7 or 6 range, sort of midday or something. So.
Yeah, best chance for a while for
somewhat decent track.
That's right.
It's just the morning juice, but with the cold weather.
And the cold weather, it's very, very cold, so there's not much heat in the ground, and it doesn't improve like it can.
Yep. Yeah, well, we spoke about many of these runners last week, Trent, in the preview. So I guess you a little bit repeating things, but I guess let's touch on just how they're travelling and that sort of thing. No Retreat and Louisiana Star both entered for the cutest 3-year-old handicap.
Yeah, and they probably, they've drawn soft, but they probably need to improve racing in a handicap. They're both maideners, both had one start, so soft draw gives them a chance to race as best they can. But it's a bit of a stiff race, The horses that aren't sort of carnival quality on a Saturday, dropping back to the Gold Coast and whatnot, just really strengthens these races here at the Provincials while the Carnival's on. So if they could run a place, I'd be happy. Not too bullish about them saluting, but hopefully they can run a place and then we can look for something, a maiden somewhere. But they sort of need to have a run, don't they?
Yeah, they need to run,
Yep, okay, all right, bit of a watch and see there with those two. Prince amongst men, Tobe, the maiden handicap over 900 metres. Trent spoke about him last week and sounded like there was a bit of confidence around this guy. And I noticed the horse that won his last trial came out and won at Doomben midweek during the week.
Okay, yes, well, look, he's going quite well. I think he's a seven-time second place getter, is that right?
A place getter anyhow.
Yeah, he hasn't broke it yet, but he's not fun. He's racing a lot better race than this race tomorrow. He's just drawn terribly, which is a little bit of a concern. But the way the track plays, it mightn't be that bad. Look, he probably should beat them, I would think, but from the barrier, it just depends. I think Callow's quite keen on him. He chases for the ride, so through his Melbourne connection, so he's quite keen on him. So hopefully he's right.
If you look at his form, it's pretty beaten by Mugiali and the other horse when he ran third on stable debut, and then beaten by Manhood, who had a huge boom on him. On Boxing Day. And that was at the end of a very long prep. We give him a freshen up and a trial and whatever, but he already had sort of 4 starts in Melbourne. So he's going a lot better than what he was then, and he looks a lot better, not as light, and just hopefully the track's a little bit drier for him.
Yep.
We can.
Okay, well, expecting him to run well, so good luck to everyone involved there with Prince amongst men. We then turn our attention to Loca Stable newcomer, benchmark 62 handicap over the 1300, and you were saying last week you're learning, and you will learn more about this guy when he races for the first time under your banner. Yeah,
pretty, and a week down the track, not much has changed, but pretty much the same as last week. Looks great. Work nice and solid on Tuesday morning. Robbie actually partnered him in a gallop, and he was glowing in his report, and so we're happy enough with him, but still learning about him on race day, obviously, because he hasn't had a start for us. So whatever he does tomorrow, Just to wait and see if he's able to knock him off. Beautiful, drawn soft enough to get a good run, so hopefully he can get the job done.
Very good. Well, good luck to the Archer Park. Familiar colours anyway, so new horse, but familiar colours.
Yep,
So good luck to the Archer Park team there with Loca. Okay, Sunshine Coast Sunday. Tobe, smooth move, entered for an open handicap over the 1400, and he's had a month between runs. He ran on the really heavy here on Hollandale.
That's right, and he was pretty plain actually. Second up, ran super first up, and then second up he was quite plain, but he's come, in between. He's had a month, as you said, and he's ticked over nicely. His work Tuesday morning was pretty good, and although it's as Trent mentioned about the 3-year-old race, I think he said it was a 2-year-old race, wasn't it?
Yeah, no retreat and
the 3-year-old handicap.
Yeah, those open company type horses or the higher handicap type horses they drop back to these provincial grades, so it's a bit tougher race than normal, but he does race well.
Yep.
There, he'll run well, I think. I'd like to see him do it again.
Last start I thought he was set to run really well, and he went horribly, so hopefully back to the Sunshine Coast spark some form.
Yep.
Yeah, and obviously that was a really heavy track, wasn't it, people, that day?
Yeah, it was, but he
doesn't
raced.
run soft,
No,
no.
that's why we were scratching our heads a bit. He travelled behind what was the eventual winner. It went one way, he sort of went the other, but he just went disgracefully. So freshen up, 5 weeks between runs, and hopefully back to his preferred track, Sunny Coast, works the treat.
Okay, well, yeah, he's probably worth another chance, isn't he, based on his record?
Yep.
He's got a pretty handy record. And then Louise, benchmark 68 handicap over the 1400, and you'd think the step up in distance would suit here, and from her first up run when 6 on the poly.
Yeah, she was in need of the run. She was probably a bit fresh. Popped out quite early because they went very slow, and looked like at the top of the straight she was going to let rip and nearly win. Gave way in condition a bit, up to 1400 back on the turf suits, so that's no worries at all. Whether or not she just needs another run to get to her best, I'm not sure, but I think if we're just nice and patient on her and let her get up to the line, she'll race well with improvement to come again.
Yep.
Okay, well, there we go. Good luck to everyone involved with Lisa Louise, and that's the 6 runners stepping out over the weekend. Can we go for a best bet? I think I know where you're headed.
Probably Prince Amongst Men.
That was the Adam Gardini, Prince Amongst Men.
I'll take that. Good one. I like it.
Well done, Ed.
So we're both going Prince Amongst Men.
Yeah.
All right. What about the Stradbroke? It's a very open race. Can we throw a little something out there, or
No runner this year. I've barely had a look. So, Law of Indices, I think, wasn't a bad run. It was the best 12th you'll ever see in the Kingsford Smith the other day.
Okay.
Only beaten sort of 3 lengths. That'll do me.
That'll do.
you go with that too?
Probably, yeah.
Oh, just
Did you want me to throw something?
It's as open as the heads, like Isotopes down in the weights, 52 and a half, and
Yeah,
drawn
if you're
soft.
right, if you're right,
11-11's a bloody good horse. I
Yeah.
mean,
Well,
any one of 6, 7 or 8 could win.
Rothfire, Brooklyn Hustle.
I don't know. The Rothfire could win.
Okay, there you go. You got something.
But I do think, I reckon Greg Hickman's horse could nearly, on his run the other day, he does, gets him up for these races year in, year out, like the Magic Million Day here. He ran super in that race the other day,
Yeah.
at Scone as well, and looks to be peaking. Whether or not he needs a little bit more time between runs, I'm not sure, but Greg's got him going well.
Yeah, certainly has. Remember early days 11-11 with running against Bafana.
Batama.
One of you.
Batama.
It was Batama.
Yeah,
You're
got him.
right.
Got him.
Got
I've
him.
been waiting for
Oh,
6
that's a
weeks.
first.
All right, that'll learn me. I won't do that again. All right, well, good luck over the weekend and good luck to everyone.
Thanks, guys.
All the best.